Most respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Today is the birth tithi of Sri Narayana Guru, who was a spiritual leader, a social reformer, and scientific and logical interpreter of the great heritage of India. He was born in Kerala, nearby Trivandrum, 160 years ago, and he could transform the Kerala society, and he could educate the people, and he could convert thousands and thousands of his followers into a scientific pathway. He could give the correct interpretation and the definition of the spirituality of Hinduism. He could consecrate with his hands 27 temples, and he allowed his own disciples to start many temples, build many temples based on the Tantra Samuchaya of Kerala system of worship, and using the most scientific Vastu Vidya, civil engineering technique, he could build many temples throughout Kerala, and he wrote 61 small and big prayers and explanations and philosophical messages both in Sanskrit and Malayalam, and he informed his followers to become truly spiritual, keeping away all the superstitions and duracharas. And he was a purely Hindu religious leader. He informed the world that never tried to argue and win. Instead of that, just inform and convince. He, in spite of his being born in a lower caste, Irava Samuha, he himself consecrated Shiva temple first in Arivipuram, and he wrote in the side of the temple, everyone can come over here and worship. There should not be caste difference among Hindus. There should not be religious intolerance for those who are coming here. Everyone should come in this temple and worship together. And very specifically, he reconverted the people who got converted to Christianity, and he brought back them, and whichever temple got converted into church by the worshippers of that temple, he removed the cross from there and reconsecrated the idol, and he wrote Dhyana Shloka, he wrote prayer about Lord Krishna, Bhagavati, Kali, Subramanya, Ganesha, Vishnu, and so on. All his prayers, all his kirtan, all his philosophical approach exclusively confined to Hindu spirituality. In one of his writings, Anukamba Deshagam, he has put one word as the synonym of Jesus Christ and another word Prophet Muhammad. Other than that, in none of his writings he has mentioned the so-called the pseudo-secularistic approach of the present day, and he was always focusing the construction of the temple based on the Mahakshetram structure, and nowhere in the temple he put a cross, nowhere in the corner of the temple he consecrated Jesus Christ or Saint Joseph or Saint Mary, and he never wrote any prayer of the Christian origin or Muslim. All his prayers, all his mantras, all his dhyana shlokas, all his puja vidhi, they were all completely confined with the Hindu background, and he very strictly informed that every temple should have 2 people who will be working for explaining the Puranas and Itihasas to the people. They should be the paid staff, and he never said 2 people should be appointed in every temple where they should teach the Puranas, Itihasas, Bible and Quran. He confined all his explanation to Hindu literature, and he very specifically informed that it is not the religion which is creating the problem, it is the followers of the religion who create problems. So if anybody would not like to continue as a Hindu, he informed and instructed that they can convert from Hinduism to Sanatana Dharma. Not Hinduism to Christianity or Islam, but Hinduism to Sanatana Dharma. Instead of chanting very bad type of mantras, he informed that Pranava mantra should be chanted, or Panchakshari should be chanted, or Omkaram should be chanted. He removed Durdevada Aradhana, and instead of Durdevada, he consecrated Lord Krishna, Bhagavati, Kali, or Subramanya or Ganesha. And he removed the toddy being used in temples, the animal sacrifice, using the negative mantras, and thus he refined the temple worship altogether. And in many cases, he wrote the mantra for the puja and used Vedic mantra for the archana and for pratishtha. He himself could elevate the Dalits, the downtrodden, and by putting holy thread, sacred thread on their neck, he could convert Abrahmins to Brahmins, and thus he could reform Hindu Dharma. Right from the center Kerala to southern corner of Kerala, he reconverted the Hindus who got converted into Christianity. Thus he could bring revolution in Hindu Dharma and prevent the conversion from Hindu Dharma to Christianity. And in many places he challenged the people who came to him for converting Narayana Gurudeva into Christianity. So remember that Sri Narayana Gurudeva's spiritual messages, spiritual vision, spiritual activities, and all those connected with the spirituality, including Shivagiri Tirthadanam, used to be conducted in the end of English calendar year. One can see that he told to use the yellow colored dress, and he explained that yellow color symbolizes the wisdom of Sri Lord Krishna and the purity of Lord Buddha. Yellow color symbolizes the wisdom and the purity of mind. And he informed everyone, follow the pathway of Hindu Dharma. And this was the spiritual attitude of Sri Narayana Gurudeva. As far as social attitude is concerned, in fact, he could bring out revolution through evolution. He just eradicated the superstitions throughout Kerala. Animal sacrifice could be removed. Using the fish or chicken or toddy in the temple could be removed completely. And he could create Brahmins from Abrahmins, and he appointed the lower caste people as the priest in different temples where he consecrated them, and extravaganza in the marriages, in housewarming ceremony, everything he could remove, and entirely novel spirituality based social reformation he could make. He built so many temples, so many ashrams, and each ashram should inevitably have a school there. In the school, he made it mandatory to learn or teach English and Sanskrit. He told that learning Sanskrit is necessary for learning the heritage of India. Learning English is needed for learning the world development. And he told the people, when he was advocating the social changes, learning is needed for elevating yourself. For becoming wise, you have to acquire knowledge, vidya, prabuddhata. And he told the people to unite together, build organizational structure, and become stronger and the strongest through the organization. And he established SNDP, and he could create many branches for SNDP, Sri Narayana Dharma Paribalana Yogam, and through SNDP Yogam he could bring revolutionary changes. And he instructed that industries and small scale business should be started so that they will become rich financially and economically. Thus Vidya and Prabuddhata, Sanghadana and Shakti, and industrial development and economical growth together, the message given by, in fact, Lord Narayana Guru as an avatara. He could protect Sanatana Dharma, he could elevate the downtrodden to the upper level, he could change the untouchability, and he could bring revolutionary changes in the mind of the downtrodden people. He could control even the ego of the higher caste, and he could give the correct position for everyone in Kerala through spiritual, social and scientific knowledge. He told to give up the toddy and drinking the spurious liquors, and he told the people to come to vegetarians, and he justified through logical, rational and scientific method, and he informed the people that temples are constructed not merely for the religious or spiritual elevation, but for scientific reason also. Sharira Shuddhi, purity in the body is needed for a good health. Purity of mind is needed for an excellent psychological health. Purity of words needed for social bondage. Purity of action is needed for elevating oneself in the society. And purity of the food, that is needed for maintaining good health. Thus he gave the message of Pancha Shuddhi, which are scientifically foolproof. Sharira Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi, Vak Shuddhi, Karma Shuddhi and Ahara Shuddhi. Sharira Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi, Vak Shuddhi, Karma Shuddhi and Ahara Shuddhi. And he gave perfect scientific explanation through Darshanamala. All the concept what we have got now in the physics and chemistry can be explained using these Darshanamalas, Adhyaropa Darshanam. And variety of the messages and prayers written in either Sanskrit or in Malayalam by Sri Narayana Gurudevan, you can see that they have got a powerful scientific message behind that. Without science, Sri Narayana Gurudeva has not told anything. And in every school he made it compulsory that science should be taught with the latest attitude. Superstition should be eradicated and wrong type of acharas, durachara should be removed. Extravaganza should be avoided in the society, and agriculture should be promoted. Industrial and economical development should be promoted from the root. Freedom for the women should be practiced literally in every corner. Women education and small scale industrial development and economical enrichment should be there in every corner. Thus, we can see a great Indian Hindu Rishi in the parampara of Vasishtha of Treta Yuga, Vedavyasa of Dwapara Yuga, Shankaracharya of Kali Yuga, and like other Maharshis, he went to the society after himself getting enlightenment in Marutwamala, Kanyakumari district, and after consecrating 27 temples and allowing his disciple to build many temples, he allowed a temple entry for every people, including Christians and Muslims, and he brought everyone together. He received Mahatma Gandhi in Varkala ashram by chanting Veda mantra by the lowest caste people. He taught Veda mantra to the lowest caste people, and they gave Purna Kumbha Swigarana to Mahatma Gandhi and later Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore declared that I have never seen such a great rishi anywhere in the world like the Malayali Sri Narayana Gurudeva in Varkala ashram. And remember that Sri Narayana Gurudeva, about whom we are ignorant. We still think that he belongs to a particular caste, even though he said there should not be caste difference. He declared that Hindus are one, only one species of people are there, that is human race. Only one religion is there, that is the religion of truth. Only one God is there, ekam sad vipraha bahuda vadandi. Eka eva hi bhutatma bhute bhute vyavastita ekada bahuda chaiva drishyate jalachandravat. Only one God is there. Vyava prithivi janayan deva eka. Deva eka. The ultimate point of the divine power is only one God. But there are different pathways to reach that divine power. So we may be worshipping Mahavishnu, we may be worshipping Lord Krishna, Rama, or Subramanya, or Ganesha, or Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati, Durga. These are all pathways for attaining the ultimate point of Ekam Sat. These are all pathways. There can be different pathways. There can be different roads, there can be different approaches for reaching the final point, but final point is only one. This is what our great rishis have told, exactly like that. Sri Narayana Gurudeva, who came to Kerala near Chambadandi in Trivandrum as an avatara incarnation, he has given excellent messages for every Indian, particularly every Hindu, to feel proud of that. In fact, this is the exact message that we should learn directly from Sri Narayana Gurudeva. Unfortunately, many politicians, unfortunately, many atheists, Unfortunately, many ignorant people have interpreted Sri Narayana Gurudeva in their own way for the development of their political vision, for the improvement of their existence. They misinterpreted and wrongly interpreted Sri Narayana Gurudeva's vision, Sri Narayana Gurudeva's writings, and Sri Narayana Gurudeva's approach. But one thing, now Kerala is realizing that, and all the people now started learning Sri Narayana Gurudeva's messages. I request you also, whether you are a Hindu, Christian or Muslim, you should also learn Sri Narayana Gurudeva's contribution for the society, the logical, rational and scientific contribution for converting the people from the deep hell of superstition to the great height of heaven of scientific, logical and rational knowledge through Panchashuddhi, and also every word, every action, every activity, every part of the messages, every bit of his writings, these are all scientific, logical and rational. That pathway should be utilized for learning about Sri Narayana Gurudeva. I am sure that Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage have published so many books about Sri Narayana Gurudeva in the rational way, and high level of acceptance is also there for those books, particularly in Malayalam and English. With these words, I would once again like to inform you that let us learn Indian heritage, let us learn the Hindu values, let us learn the Sanatana Dharma through the pathway adopted by Sri Narayana Gurudeva, which, as I told you, can be applied in the life of every Indian, all 125 crore people. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.